Movie Review. Return of the King. The Fall and Rise of Elvis Presley. In the Netflix documentary Return of the King, The Fall and Rise of Elvis Presley, viewers are offered a rare and intimate look at one of the most defining moments in the career of the King of Rock and Roll. Directed by Jason Hehir, known for his work on The Last Dance, the film delves into the legendary 1968 NBC special that marked Elvis Presley's return to live performance after 7 years of musical stagnation, cementing his status as a cultural icon and breathing new life into a career that was hanging by a thread. The documentary paints a vivid picture of the extraordinary comeback, tracing the years leading up to the special when Presley's career was adrift. Elvis, once a symbol of rebellion and untamed energy, had been locked into what could only be described as movie jail. His management team, led by the infamous Tom Parker, had steered him into a series of formulaic and forgettable films that eroded the excitement that had once surrounded him. Meanwhile, the music scene had moved on. The British invasion, led by the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, along with groundbreaking American artists like Jimi Hendrix, had made Elvis seem irrelevant, a relic of the past. Return of the King makes it clear that the 1968 NBC special, which was originally titled Singer Presents Elvis, a nod to the singer's sewing machine company, the sponsor of the show, was far more than just another TV performance. It was a calculated risk, a make-or-break moment that could have either revived his fading stardom or plunged his career into obscurity. This was no easy feat for a man who had been out of the live performance circuit for nearly a decade. Elvis knew the stakes, and the tension in the air is palpable as the documentary takes us behind the scenes. Footage of a visibly nervous Presley fumbling through rehearsal, missing cues, and sweating profusely adds a human element to the mythic figure. He knew failure wasn't just an option, it was a real possibility. As Priscilla Presley recalls, he was definitely aware of the stakes, and he knew that this could be a failure, and that would be it. One of the film's greatest strengths is its access to never-before-seen files from Elvis and Parker, which shed new light on the power dynamics at play. Parker, ever the manipulator, pushed for Elvis to perform cheesy skits and showcase his karate skills, ideas that would have likely turned the special into an embarrassing spectacle. But Elvis resisted, opting instead for a raw, stripped-down performance that harkened back to his roots. Dressed in a black leather outfit that would become iconic, he reunited with his longtime bandmates, including guitarist Scotty Moore and drummer DJ Fontana, and gave a performance that would go down in history. The documentary draws a powerful comparison between these jam sessions and the later MTV Unplugged phenomenon, showing just how ahead of its time the special really was. While Return of the King spends perhaps a little too much time on the familiar story of Elvis's early years, his rise from a poor boy in Tupelo, Mississippi, to a global superstar who blended black rhythm and blues with country, shaking the very foundations of American music, it soars when it reaches the climactic 1968 special. The film effectively captures the cultural and emotional weight of the moment. In the live on-tape performance, Elvis is electric, reclaiming his title as the king and reminding the world of the talent, charisma, and magnetism that made him a legend in the first place. For fans of Elvis, the documentary is a treasure trove of insight and nostalgia, bolstered by interviews with notable figures such as Bruce Springsteen, Conan O'Brien, and Elvis. Director Baz Luhrmann, Bruce Springsteen, himself a musical icon, refers to the special as the rebirthing of Elvis Presley, while Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins delivers one of the film's most poignant observations: "We sit here and judge how he handled normal life. The pressures of marriage, fatherhood, celebrity, Tom Parker's bull ****. But in the midst of this, lightning strikes. And all we're left to do is sort through the pieces and go, God, I wish there was more. Why isn't there more?" The final segments of the documentary are where it truly hits its stride, offering an emotional payoff as we watch Elvis rise to the occasion and deliver a career-defining performance. It's a moment of triumph, not just for Elvis but for everyone who believed in his enduring genius. In a way, the documentary is about more than just Elvis. It's about the resilience of artists, the constant struggle to remain relevant in an ever-changing industry, and the human drive to reconnect with one's authentic self. Ultimately, Return of the King is not just a recounting of a pivotal moment in music history, it's a love letter to the king of rock and roll and a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, greatness can still emerge. It's a must-watch for anyone who wants to understand not just the myth of Elvis Presley, but the man behind the legend.